You know, we all do it. Lying in bed at night, staring at the ceiling, replaying a conversation we had 3 days ago, thinking about what we should have said, what we could have done differently. And for some reason, it feels impossible to just let it go. It's funny. The human brain is incredible. It's capable of creating art, solving problems, imagining worlds that don't even exist, but it's also capable of turning a tiny, harmless thought into a hurricane. We overthink because we care. We care about the outcome. We care about what people think. We care about doing it right. But here's the thing, no one really tells you. Overthinking doesn't prepare you for life. It keeps you stuck on pause, while the world keeps moving. Think about it like this. Imagine you're holding a glass of water. Easy, right? It's light, barely any weight at all. Now, hold it for 1 minute. Still fine. Hold it for 1 hour. Your arm starts to ache. Hold it all day, and the glass feels heavier than anything you've ever carried. That's what overthinking does. It's not the thought itself that's heavy. It's the time you spend holding on to it. I get it. Letting go sounds simple in theory, but when it's your mind, your fears, your what-ifs, it feels impossible. So here's something gentle you can try. You don't have to stop the thought from arriving. You just have to stop giving it a seat at the table. When your mind starts spiraling, pause. Inhale slowly. Exhale a little slower. Ask yourself, is this helping me, or is this just making me anxious? If it's not helping, you can let it pass, like clouds in the sky. You don't have to chase them. You just let them drift by. Overthinking often tries to protect you. Your brain scans for danger the way a smoke alarm scans for fire. But sometimes it screams over burnt toast. Not every beep means a house is burning. Not every worry is a warning. Some are just noise. Here's a small practice. Name the worry out loud. I'm thinking I'll embarrass myself in that meeting. Then ask, fact or story? If it's a story, thank your mind for trying to help, and choose a kinder one. I might be nervous, and I can still do well. Another practice I love is the 2-minute return. For 2 minutes, return to exactly what's in front of you. Feel your feet on the floor. Notice the shape of the light on the wall. Listen for the quietest sound you can hear. 2 minutes is enough to remind your body that you're here, not trapped in a future that hasn't happened. And there's the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 grounding. Name 5 things you can see, 4 things you can feel, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, 1 thing you can taste. It sounds simple. It is simple, and it works. Sometimes it helps to give your worries a container. Pick a worry window, 7 p.m. to 7:15 p.m. If a worry shows up at noon, write it down and promise to meet it at 7. Most of them won't even show up to the appointment. Let me tell you a familiar scene. You send a message, no reply. 10 minutes pass, your mind writes a whole movie. They're upset. I said something wrong, I ruined it. Hours later, you get the reply, sorry, was in the shower. We spend a whole day inside a story that never happened. What if next time we leave space for a kinder plot twist? Think of your mind like a radio. When fear gets loud, it feels like the only station. But the dial still turns. There's a channel called curiosity. There's one called gratitude. There's the soft, steady station of, okay, what's the next small step? You don't have to win an argument with fear. You just have to change the station. Here's a truth that still surprises me. Confidence doesn't come first. Action does. You act, even a little, and confidence follows behind like a shadow. Make the call, open the document, put on your shoes. Small steps are quieter than overthinking, and they lead you out of the room. Another picture. Imagine thoughts as trains arriving at a station. You are the platform, not the train. You can watch them come and go without boarding everyone. Some cars are labeled, "What if I fail?" Some say, "What will they think?" Wave as they pass. Only ride the ones going where you want to go. And this one helps, especially at night. Place your hand over your heart and whisper, "I'm safe right now." Because most of the time, you are. The room is quiet. The bed is warm. The monster is only a thought in a costume. If you like metaphors, here's another. Your attention is a garden. Whatever you water grows. If you water fear, it spreads. If you water gratitude, small joys bloom in the corners. You don't need a perfect garden, just a kinder gardener. Maybe you've noticed how we overthink in every direction. At work, the email we rewrite 10 times. With friends, the message we read and reread, searching for hidden meaning. In love, the silence we turn into a verdict. With health, the ache we turn into a disaster. We forget that most of life happens in the middle space between worst case and best case. And the middle space is where we actually live, where breakfast tastes good, where a stranger holds a door, where the sky does something beautiful and you almost miss it because you were scrolling. So, try this gentle list of choices. If you don't know, choose the smallest next step. If you're scared, choose presence over prediction. If you're stuck, choose movement over certainty. If you're spiraling, choose breath over belief. And if you're tired, choose rest, because a rested mind is kinder. There's another tool, the 5x5 rule. If it won't matter in 5 years, try not to spend more than 5 minutes on it today. Not every hill deserves your heartbeat. And I want to say this clearly. You're not broken because you think a lot. You're human. Some of the most thoughtful people in the world are also the biggest overthinkers. The trick isn't to shut it off, it's to turn it into something softer. Reflection, not rumination. Learning, not looping. Let me offer you a story, a small twist in perspective. For years, I believed my overthinking meant I wasn't ready. I thought, when I finally stop feeling like this, then I'll begin. But life didn't wait. One day I started anyway. Messy, unsure, heart racing. And something gentle happened. The fear didn't vanish, but it moved to the passenger seat. I kept my hands on the wheel. I drove, and the road met me where I was. Here's a promise you can make with me right now. For the next week, treat your mind like a friend who's a little dramatic, but means well. When it panics, say, "Thank you for trying to protect me." Then ask, "What's one small kind thing we can do next?" You'll be amazed how often the body already knows the answer. Drink water, step outside, send the message, take the nap. Peace is a series of small choices. And now, the part I promised, the quiet twist at the end. All this time, you thought overthinking made you weaker, but it also means you have a big imagination. It means you can see many paths. What if you use that same imagination to picture things going right? To imagine yourself coping with whatever comes? The same mind that builds storms can learn to paint sunsets. So, tonight, when you lie down, try this. Place the glass on the bedside table. Let your arm rest. Let your breath be easy. Tell your mind, you've worked hard today. You can rest now. And if a thought knocks at 2 a.m., you can answer softly, "Not now, friend. Morning is better. Tomorrow, build something simple, like that kid on the beach. Let the waves do what waves do. You'll build again and again, not because you're stubborn, because you're alive. Life is happening here, not in the what-ifs, not in the should-haves, here in this breath. And if you need company while you practice, I'm right here.